So what that requires is to surrender into the unknown, into the unfamiliar territory of no thought, no story, no identity, no concept, totally unknown.
There's for sure still identification with, when you say thoughts are not me, I'm still teetering on this. I mean, I know they're not me, but they're sort of this familiar family that sort of hangs out. And when you say, where do they appear from? I mean, where do they appear from? Where the
The thoughts often do feel familiar because the content of the thoughts is usually similar, is the same stuff churning up basically throughout our whole life. And what that content depends on is the conditioning that we received, the environment we grew up in, and how the personality formed based on coping mechanisms, survival mechanisms, how the child was related to by its parents. So if the parents say, you're amazing, you can do anything, the child, like a sponge, absorbs that. Okay, I'm amazing, I can do anything. If the child is judged and put down, the personality develops with a sense of I'm not good enough. And it's nobody's fault, it's all innocent. And then whatever those patterns are imprinted in the mind and in the body, will just repeat like a record player that's just nonstop. And once you start to see it, you'll see same thoughts in one form or another, going around and around and around. Now, if you could have access to another person's thoughts, they'd have a different record playing. And each one thinks that what's playing on their record is the truth, but none of it's the truth. If we could switch your record with someone else's in the room, it might become more clear to you that it's not true. So what it requires is to give up interest in that record that's playing. See it, let it play, because it's playing by itself. You're not doing anything to play it. But become much more interested in that which is aware of it, that which is no thoughts.
Yeah, I guess because over time the mind has quieted a lot, and now it's sort of like, and sometimes it feels like almost like a security to, oh, there they are.
Yeah, it feels familiar. There's a comfort in the
Yeah.
familiarity of it,
Yeah.
even if it's churning out negative BS.
Mm-hmm.
So what that requires is to surrender into the unknown, into the unfamiliar territory of no thought, no story, no identity, no concept, totally unknown.